Today I want to introduce you to the 15 most powerful Batman costumes. One of the reasons fans love Batman is that he is an ordinary person who has turned himself into something incredible. He doesn't have super strength or speed, he is not even bulletproof, but he has tactical genius, a trained body and an iron will. Iron Man is known for his costumes, and the fact that he has a special costume for every occasion, but he is not the only one who is ready for everything. Batman has created a huge amount of equipment to fight opponents, especially if they are stronger than him. Since he doesn't have superpowers, he should use whatever he can get. 15th place. The Batman Costume of the Future. Beginning as an animated series in 1999, Batman of the Future was a cyberpunk in the Batman universe created by Bruce Timm, Paul Dini, and Al Burnett. We were presented with the distant future, 2039. The aged Bruce Wayne handed over his costume to the teenager Terry McGinnis. With a mentor in the form of Bruce, Terry fought new villains such as Zinc, Shrek and others. Despite the fact that the suit was created in 2019, in 2039 it was still fully operational. It had wings, an invisibility mode, a set of gadgets. He also acted as an exoskeleton, increasing the strength and speed of the owner. 14th place. A Batbot. In one of the episodes of the 2004 animated series, a new version of one of Batman's most famous opponents was introduced. Written by Adam Beeson and directed by Sam Lewis, the episode began with mafia bosses hiring a mysterious mercenary known as Bane. The episode was a light version of the 1993 Nightfall arc, where Bane beat Batman and left him for dead. To defeat Bane, Batman creates a Batbot armor. The Batbot is an exoskeleton that makes Bruce bigger in size to match Bane. It also has auxiliary motors installed in it, which give it superhuman strength. It also has a jetpack that allows you to fly short distances or slow down the fall from buildings. But all this did not prevent Bane from opening this suit like a tin can. Fortunately, Batman managed to grab the power cable and give Bane the shock of his life. 13th place. The Armor of Sorrow. The armor, known as the Armor of Sorrow, first appeared in Detective Comics number 838 of 2008, written by Paul Dini and drawn by Ryan Benjamin. Presented by Talia al Ghul, the daughter of the ancient villain Ra's al Ghul, the Armor of Sorrow appeared in 1190, during the Crusades. The armor drove the first knight who dressed it crazy, forcing him to slaughter hundreds of people, but this did not scare Batman away. The Armor of Sorrow was forged from the blades and breastplates of fallen soldiers of the Order of Purity, a division of the Order of Saint Dumas. Batman noticed that the suit makes him faster and stronger, but also more violent. He decided to stop wearing this armor, but couldn't he bring himself to destroy it and left it in the baitcaster. The armor was stolen by the Order of Saint Inches and given to the new Azrael. 12th place. The Exobrony from the Return of the Dark Knight. In 1986, Frank Miller introduced us to a darker and tougher Batman, older and tired, but out of the shadows, to fight old and new threats. One of these threats was Superman, controlled by the corrupt U.S. government. When it decided it was time to stop Batman, Superman was ordered to deal with him, but Bruce was ready. Batman created an exoskeleton specifically for the fight with Superman, with armor enough to withstand the blows of a Man of Steel, and it copulated with engines to make Batman's blows stronger. The suit also allowed him to conduct a huge discharge of electricity through Superman's skull and spray poison to distract him. This is one of the most famous costumes. He even appeared on the big screen in the movie Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. 11th place. Predator costume. In 1991, Batman faced a predator in the Batman vs. Predator storyline, written by Dave Gibbons and drawn by Andy Kubert. In the first book, Batman investigated the monstrous murder of a boxer whose spine and skull were torn out. At first Batman thought it was a gang war, but then he realized that an alien predator has appeared in Gotham. To defeat him, Batman developed an exoskeleton. It was designed specifically to fight the predator. To compensate for the invisibility of the alien, Song was installed. Additional physical strength for hand-to-hand fights and armor to protect against the sharp blades of the predator. As a result, Batman beat the predator so much that he launched a self-destruction protocol and called Batman the greatest warrior in the universe. Otherwise we didn't know. 10th place. The Thresheress suit. In 2012, Batman found out about the secret organization Yard of Owls. Night of the Owls is a story in which the Court of Owls sends Claws to deal with the Bat family and strengthen its influence. In the 8th issue of Batman, written by Scott Snyder and drawn by Greg Capullo, They Hit the Heart of the Family, by Bruce Wayne. They entered the Wayne Manor and found their way to the Batcave, but Batman was ready. Because he is Batman. The main weapon of the Claws is their regenerative abilities, allowing them to ignore wounds and even resurrect them. To overcome them, Batman lowered the temperature in the room below zero, but he had to hold out for a few minutes before they froze. Therefore, he donned an exoskeleton of a thresher, which not only allows him to survive in sub-zero temperatures, but also increases strength and is armored to fight with claws without reinforcement. Ninth place. Trinity Armor. Written and drawn by Matt Wagner, the Batman/Superman/Wonder Woman, Trinity comic strip told about the first meeting of the greatest heroes of DC. It tells the story of how Ra's al Ghul, Bizarro and Artemis worked together to plunge the world into chaos, and the heroes had to unite to resist the triple threat. Usually Superman fought Bizarro, but in the third issue Batman met him one-on-one, and he was ready for it. Like all his exoskeletons, Trinity's armor made Batman stronger and faster, and also protected him from Bizarro's blows. But this armor was not enough, and Bizarro was able to damage her chest part, so Batman could not breathe, and Wonder Woman had to get him out of there. The armor was also equipped with gadgets such as a live titanium network, a supply of many grenades and lasers embedded in gloves. It wasn't enough to defeat Bizarro, but it was enough to distract him until Superman arrived. Eighth place. The Armor of the Batman Project. At the conclusion of the story of Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo in the number 40 issue of Batman 2014, Batman dies at the hands of the Joker. With the tragic death of Batman, Gotham loses its protector. To fill this void, Power International equips Commissioner Gordon to replace Batman. To compensate for the lack of experience and skills, he is given a set of armor. The armor, known as Project Batman, gives the usual set of strength, speed and durability, but also has a couple of trump cards up its sleeve. For example, consistency with the Gotham Police, so that he is always in touch with the police airship and interacts with local authorities. He can throw batarangs and even give out an EMF discharge. He also has magnetic boots that give incredible tenacity. Gordon has never been more combat ready than in this suit. Seventh place. Batsuit is 1 million. The 23rd issue of the Justice League of America, authored by Grant Morrison and drawn by Howard Potter, introduced us to the Batman of the 1 million universe, which shows us the events of the distant future. Batman in this universe was born in the 853rd century, on the prison planet Pluto, which was captured by the criminal Sauron, who killed thousands of residents in front of their children. One of these children was Batman, who decided not to allow injustice anymore. The 1 million Batsuit has made a huge leap forward. It doesn't look much different from a classic suit. It has composite armor, a fireproof cloak and a reinforced frame. It also has night vision, camouflage for stealth. The Bat computer is built into the suit. Sixth place. Batwing Armor. David Zavam was a typical child soldier until he became the African version of Batman in his solo series in 2011. He became part of the Batman Corporation, founded to fight crime around the world. The first version of the suit received a standard trio, strength, speed and durability, as well as a jetpack for flights. The second Batwing Lucas Fox brought upgrades to the suit, so he received a number of medical improvements. For example, the suit could detect broken bones and will thicken in this area until a person receives medical attention. He couldn't fly, but he could soar perfectly. Fifth place. Stealth Suit. When we talk about abilities, we're not just talking about brute force. There is also the ability to hide and become invisible, and this is the number one job for Batman, since he does not have a bunch of superpowers. This vulnerability makes him paranoid, let us call it concern, about Superman, who has a bunch of superpowers and very few weaknesses. In the second issue of Superman Undefeated, authored by the God of our Cattle Snyder and with a drawing from Jim Lee, Scott Williams, and Dustin Nguyen, we saw his stealth suit designed to protect against the Man of Tomorrow. When Superman arrived at the Batcave, he was surprised that he didn't see Batman anywhere. He introduced a stealth suit that adapts to anything that tries to detect it. Even Superman's X-ray vision can detect him. The suit is also armored, which helped Batman fight anger. And with all these lines, it looks pretty damn cool. Fourth place. The Insider Costume. In 2010, Batman's life became quite complicated. He had just been almost killed during the last crisis, sending him on a journey to the present from the distant past. Meanwhile, Dick Grayson took his cape, and Batman decided not to show up, but to see how things were going without him. He first appeared in the comic Bruce Wayne The Road Home Batman and Robin 2010. Wayne became an insider and put on a new suit. The suit combined the abilities of the Justice League, lasers from the eyes, flash speed, disguise of a Martian hunter and others. He could also fly and teleport. Only the ears and the logo were missing. Third place. Batman Macbeth. In 2013, Grant Morrison introduced a new Batman in the 12th issue of Batman Corporation. In this issue, the hero faces Talia al Ghul and an army of ninjas half turned into bats, as well as a clone capable of killing Batman. Batman takes Macbeth's serum to fight them. He also wears the armor of Sorrow, which was mentioned earlier, plus a jetpack. Bruce transforms into a monster to fight monsters. Second place. The Hellbat Armor. In issue 33 of Batman and Robin, we are shown a Hellbat, one of Batman's most powerful suits. Since Batman is one of the few members of the Justice League without superpowers, His armor was made by the entire League. Melted by Superman in the sun and forged by Wonder Woman on Olympus, assembled by Cyborg, fitted by Green Lantern, tempered by Flash and Aquaman, Hellbat looks like the perfect weapon. Speed, strength and durability. A huge number of additional abilities, such as invisibility, flight. Of the minutes, it is worth noting that staying in it too long could kill Bruce. He only used it once to take it away. The body of his son from the apocalypse, and that was the price he was willing to pay. First place. Justice Buster. There's an old saying, just because you re-paranoid doesn't mean the people around you don't want to kill you. As we have already found out, Batman does not trust anyone and sometimes he is right. Which was confirmed in 2016 in the first issue of the Batman arc, The End of the Game, from the divine duo of Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, in which the worst scenario happened. The Joker poisoned the Justice League and turned against Batman. He wore armor created against the League. He got rid of Wonder Woman with a blindfold, defeated the Flash at hyperspeed, used a spray against Aquaman, causing dehydration. Cyborg received an electric discharge. Green Lantern received a yellow neutralizer, but he saved the most interesting for Superman. Gloves with mini red suns, coating from lasers and icy breath, and sweet gum with kryptonite. So who could take down the most powerful creatures on Earth? Batman, that's who.